Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Montego Ramon, man, with the Rizerz channel where we rise to the occasion, man. We are in the lab right now, guys. As y'all can see, we are in the lab. Boom. In the lab, my plants in the lab and doing what we do best, man. Let's get right into it. Pretty much today, I just kind of wanted to go through and back test high impact news. So I just kind of want to look at a few days, right? And then we're gonna gauge, that's gonna basically gauge what I was talking about from the last video going forward. So it's trying to use the fundamental analysis with our to gauge get a clear bias for the day, because once we know the bias, it's kind of easy to really win trades. You know what I mean? You got the bias, you got the direction, you just need to wait for the right pullback, use the entry model we have, boom, you win in the trade, right? Hopefully, right? So that's why we're gonna back test. So we just gonna start with this past week, right? Let's see this past week. All right, so we do this. I was looking at cars, don't mind me. Forex Factory. What I need to learn how to do on here is filter search events. Look at this. So you can see these are a lot of the, I thought it was a way I could filter this. There we go. Filter this. So I want to see, take all these guys off. We only want to see USD. Yeah, we only want to see USD high impact news. That's all I want to see. I even do the orange ones. What's going on? You?
Man, I just want to use the charger again.
Here, you can set it back here. All right. Matter of fact, bro, hey, you gotta go to sleep? Cause I'm about to go through and back test high impact news. If you wanna. Yeah, my brother, man, he trades too. He's resting now. He's a little tired. So yeah, I literally got one thing on the thing today. Back test high impact news. That's all we're doing. I just want to see that. Okay, cool. This week, let's say tomorrow, yesterday, this week, today, apply filter. So this is from this week, right? This is what we had. So literally Tuesday, start at 7:30. Tuesday, let's do that. Everything came out worse than expected. Literally worse than expected, right? So this led to price selling off. You can see that's so nice, man. That's nice, bro. The reason why that is nice is because it just validates this right here. Price just selling off, bro. What's this? This Wednesday. But you can see Tuesday, we kind of sold off, but then price wanted to pull back. So all this news came out Tuesday. Price didn't really sell off. It really came up to fill this price gap, then it sold off. We need to watch out for that, because what we don't want to happen is, you see, you still would have got, like, maybe it was probably a trade in here on this Tuesday. Monday we came in, something out with the price gap, and we just pulled back into the price gap and sold off, right? So that was that week. So we see that was sort of valid. What we saw was price pull back before it sold off, right? Thursday we had Philly Fed manufacturing, which is not the highest impact impact news, but it's like the third level, right? So you got yellow, orange, red. Red being the highest, orange being the middle tier, yellow being the other tier. Unemployment claims are going down, so the economy is looking a little better. My thing is, like, what does these mean? This changes in price goods services purchased by consumers, excluding food and energy. Actual greater forecast is good for currency. Came out worse than the forecast, so 11 days out there, but they tend to be very volatile and distort the underlying trend. The Federal Open Market Committee usually pays more attention. Consumer prices account for a majority of overall inflation. Inflation is important to currency evaluation because rising prices lead the central bank to raise interest rates out of respect for inflation containment mandate. Food and energy. So what I was trying to understand is why it was bad, what caused it to be bad, and what does this mean for us? Because the economy is improving, but then they're saying that goods and services purchased by consumers prices haven't gotten better. Kind of confused. Are they saying it's not getting better? So when they say it's a 0.2% increase, and they saying that it didn't increase, well, they expected a 0.2% increase, but it didn't increase. So it sounds like that would be good, but they saying it's worse than expected, so that's not good for the currency. This isn't good for the currency. This isn't good for the currency. Cool, whatever. I'm gonna just, hey, we'll gain a better understanding. I'm gonna have a conversation with ChatGPT to get a better understanding of core CPI. Probably should just Google it real quick. Let's see, watch this. Because I don't really understand, I'm gonna be honest. Remain unchanged this month or remains falling short of market expectations of a 0.2% rise and following a 0.2% increase in May. On 2 months ending in June, core inflation slowed to 2.6. You can track detailed data releases. What is this? Why would this make indice prices fall? While core CPI data actually caused stock index futures to rise initially by lowering rate hike odds, unexpected market drops following such reports usually happen for a few key reasons. Sell the news behavior, growth, and recession fears, stock sticky long-term worries, divergence from Fed's preferred gauge. Point is, we understand that it was worse than expected, and that's not good for the currency. And as a result, price fell. Initially, it rose, and then it fell. Because in my mind, I'm like, this sounds like it's actually good, but because it's worse than expected, prices fell. Okay, kind of confusing, but nonetheless, pretty much held true as far as like how people respond to it. Cool. Okay, let's go to the next week. So we can say, I'm gonna say July 12th through 18th. Price gave clear bias with worse than expected news data. Cool. All right, let's go to another week. Okay, I'll look at the 5th through the 6th. Let's see what they say. It's an ISM Services PMI. It said it came out worse than expected, and then actual greater than forecast is good for currency. So that means worse than forecast is not good for the currency. Did price fall though? This is Monday, 9 a.m. All right, let's deal to this. And then Wednesday, let's see what they said. Wednesday, we have no data for real. Unemployment claims came out, and unemployment claims showed that it was black, meaning there is not much change. Green is really good. Black is about expected. Red is bad, right? Actual less than forecast is good for currency. So it wasn't a significant change, nonetheless it was a change. Would it cause price to increase or go up, or would it send NQ's value up in that manner? That's my question. All right, so let's dive into the charts on that one. This is the week of the 5th through the 11th, right? So the week of the 11th, we talked about this week already, where we sold off. Wednesday, we had basically a turnaround, and price bought up for the rest of the week to the end of the week. So this data came out Monday, sold off. Wednesday, we had the turnaround. And then what did they say? Usual Fed loan market expect is good for currency 8 times per year, 3 weeks after the federal funds rate rise. Detailed most recent meeting providing in-depth insight into economic and financial conditions that influence the vote. So after FOMC, why good investors should watch Kevin Warsh's what? FOMC may have revealed more than the Federal Reserve's interest rate outlook. Federal Reserve rate setting committee agreed to keep its key rate unchanged at its meeting last month, July 8th. So most officials, I'm gonna have to dive into one of these. How can we? So what I'm looking for is the outcome right now. My family, they're out there doing karaoke, so I'll soak that in the background. Switch this phone, USD and dollar. Got rebound with market eyeing Fed minutes and CPI. Path of U.S. inflation. This was July 8th. To keep its key rate unchanged as meeting last month, though most officials were split over whether inflation is likely to stay elevated or whether it will cool once the. I think overall, what we read was that they kept rates unchanged. Policymakers into a specific approach that is hard to change if the economy shifts direction. Have support a hike by the end of the year, have no. AI likely to be an inflation driver, we would say. Alright, I'm getting nothing right now. Damn, they be hating on my boy. Alright. What I think happened though, if I'm certain that rates did not change. They left rates the same. There was no hike or increase. It was left the same. Right? And so we're based on the technicals, we just continue selling off after dipping into this area. Monday was kind of confusing, but the direction was set for the week pretty much. And I'm sure this is a major area that it came to fill. Really just a major area of support right here. So what I got this is what I got, July 5th through the 11th. We got price, I'm gonna say price sold off because price sold off till Wednesday. Let's see, back to the news calendar. So back to the calendar, go back 1 week. Price sold off. News was slight, S-I-G-H-T, slightly less than forecast. I'm gonna say not deflationary or inflationary. Price sold till Wednesday, then bought up rest of week. Rest of week on Wednesday shift. All right, cool. So that's a couple weeks in the books. I may not go as in depth in this video, but I just wanted to do 2 or 3 weeks just so we can see, and I have some data on and some talks on what's happening here. So this is the week of 28th through July 4th, which is kind of a short week, but let's see what happened nonetheless. So we got to go back to June 28th through July 4th. That was a short week. It was kind of a crazy week too. Price bought up. So you can see price bought up right here. Price bought up. Y'all can see, boom, we had this little liquidity happen right here. We had this situation, and then we just continued to run it up, and then we started selling off. This is Tuesday. And then we got that turnaround Tuesday, basically, to sell off. Thursday we pulled back, and then Thursday night we kind of pulled back and then sold off. Friday we pulled back into this area. Came back. We can you look how many times we touched this area, y'all? You know what I'm saying? This was a major area of support. That's what's up though. That's so this is July. No, this is June 28th through sorry, I had to spit it. June 28th through July 4th. Somebody get that girl, man. All right, let me remove all drawings. Okay, cool. Okay, so like we said, June 28th, we seen price bought up. We had this liquidity sweep, and then price continued up. This level of support was held clearly, where my favorites at? This is a strong area of support that was held. And then Friday, pull back into this major area right here. Everybody got also a level of resistance, right? In the demand area, okay? So let's see what happened in the news. In the news, we had CB. CB was worse than expected. The jolts was better than expected. This was 9 a.m. on a Tuesday. And then let's see what happened that Tuesday though. Tuesday. Yeah, we shooting up. And then after that we sold off. Then Wednesday, 7:15 a.m. Non-farm, we had fair trade watch, we had ISM PMI, which came out worse than expected. Everything came out worse than expected on Wednesday. Right before market open. So let's see that. Everything came out worse than expected. Wednesday. Price sold off. Boom. That's clear direction. Price went crazy and sold off. Bro, that's too easy, dog. Oh my God, that's too easy. Oh my God, that is, y'all seeing it right here, bro. Then right here, we had pretty much hourly average earnings stayed about the same. Non-farm was down crazy. Previous was huge. The expected was 114. It dropped way below that. Unemployment rate, slight change, not too big. And then unemployment claims was still around the same, though it dropped a little bit. So where we had the most significant change in non-farm, let's see how that shows up Thursday. Thursday, boy, we sold off some crazy. Bro, y'all seeing it right here, bro. Like, I just keep it real, bro. Hey, I'm gonna say most news came out worse than expected, causing price to sell off. Come in.
All right, so move me up.
Causing price to sell off. And then this was shown in the charts. Shown in the charts. And so, bro, I'm gonna cut it right there. Because it's already 20 minutes. But y'all seen over the past 3 weeks, we basically went in and verified with the news. Hey, was it better than expected? Worse than expected? Was it around the same? And for the most part, the news always supported the bias for the day in these past 3 weeks. And it's been clear and easy setups. You know what I'm saying? So right after the news, it's showing, hey, we getting the right response every time. Even with a pullback, you just got to watch for it. And then you can easily use the entry model. And then, boom, everything working out. You know what I mean? You just getting a clear bias for the day. So I expect that to take us to a new level. So, hey man, look, that's all I got for y'all today. It's your boy Montego Ramon with the Rizerz channel, where we rise to the occasion, baby. Peace.